Back to my channel. My name is Jacob Restituto. I'm a musician from Northport, New York, and today we're doing something a little unique. We're doing something a little different. We are breaking down and going and analyzing two different songs that seem, based on a first reaction and first breakdown. I've already posted my musical reaction to this song, so now I want to kind of go in a little bit more in depth with the lyrical content. That being said, we're doing this on live stream, so if you want to watch it live, or if you're not watching it live and you want to pull up the chat, you can kind of see what people are watching and saying, and you can kind of almost to some degree interact as if you were watching it live, but not. That being said, we're going to go right into it. I find this, so I want to, first off the bat, want to just kind of get the idea of internet gossip and internet drama kind of out of the content. Like, I'm not down for the internet drama. I'm not down for internet gossip. Not down for that kind of stuff, but I am into the creativity of it, and I find actually creativity very interesting, and I'm totally down for creativity because I think that it is a very hard thing to do, to create a song based off of, you know, another song, or respond to somebody, something like that. So I'm gonna assume that it is actually they're based on each other, because, you know, how do you say you're probably with that blonde girl, and she says maybe blonde girl was the only rhyme? You know what I mean? Like 2 weeks later, like I would assume. Now, there is a lot of stuff that you might not completely, and I might not, and a lot of people might not realize goes on in the music industry. There is a very good chance, and I'm not saying it happened or it's not happened or anything. I'm just saying that there's a very good chance that both these songs could have been written 5 months ago, and their management was just like, hey, we're gonna release them back to back. I'm not saying they did that. I'm not saying that they should have done that. I'm not saying anything about that. I'm just saying that it is a very real possibility that there is a lot of stuff that we don't even realize happens in the back end of management, that, you know, Olivia's management, Sabrina's management, Joshua Bassett's management. Like, I'm not saying it, they did. I'm not saying it. I know that Lie was written, or Lie was written like 5 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever. I'm just saying it is very possible that that could be the case. I'm not saying it is the case, but it is very possible, and it wouldn't surprise me. And honestly, it's brilliant. I would give him so much credit, because it's brilliant to do something like that, where you all plan this out. You plan out this created internet drama, and it sparks up this huge, you know, internet debate. You know, Driver's License being the biggest song in the world at the moment. You know, Joshua Bassett releasing a song the week after. You know, Sabrina Carpenter releasing a song the week after that. It's a whole media storm, and it's brilliant, regardless of whether or not it was actually the case. And we're not even going to get into the whole drama of it, but I just find it very interesting. As an artist myself, and as somebody who wants to get my music out there as much as possible, I think it's brilliant, and I think it's very, very, very interesting. So we're going to go verse by verse. We're going to do verse one, chorus, pre-chorus, and we're going to kind of just compare them and see how they respond, talk about the rhyme schemes in both. Let me know in the comments or in the chat if you have any requests or any questions about this. I'd love to kind of break it down a little bit further. I did really like the production of Skin. I always say that Sabrina Carpenter has a ridiculous voice, and her singing in that pop, like modern pop style genre, like really fits her voice really well. So let's get right into it. So we're going to start with Olivia Rodrigo's, because that came out first. So I got my driver's license last week, just like we always talked about. It's funny, I can't hear that line without thinking of the song. I mean, I did 2 different covers of it, and so I give a lesson on how to teach this song. So if you want to check that out, I have plenty of Olivia Rodrigo content here. Bullet, my dog, is coming to say hello. Can you guys see him? He's saying what's up. That being said, all right, I got my driver's license last week, just like we always talked about, because you were so excited for me to finally drive up to your house. But today I drove through the suburbs crying because you weren't around. All right. Really cool rhyme scheme. I've actually just started popping up on my YouTubes, like on my recommendation feed, is people writing, before the Skin even came out, like writing their response, like from the guy's perspective or from the blonde girl's perspective. And I found that really interesting. All right, so maybe we could have been friends. Now this is her version. Maybe we could have been friends if I met you in another life. So I have to, let me continue. Maybe we could pretend that there's no gravity in, maybe then we could pretend that there's no gravity in the words we write. Bullet, what's up, buddy? I'm working right now. We can play in a sec, but I'm working right now. Maybe you didn't mean it. Maybe blonde girl was the only rhyme. Bullet. Go get your toy. Where's your toy? Go get your toy. All right. So now, that has to be a direct reference to this next part, which goes, and you're probably with that blonde girl. Where is it? You're probably with that blonde girl who always made me doubt. She's so much older than me. She's everything I'm insecure about. Yeah, today I drove through the suburbs because how could I ever love someone else? So I don't know if Sabrina's like significantly older. I actually have no clue. So I can't speak to that. But I do find it interesting, like talking about a rhyme, like, you know, I don't know. So let's go into the pre-chorus. Bullet. Go lay down, buddy. Go lay down. Go get your toy. Where's your toy? All right. I want my heart be breaking, no. I'm happy you hate it, oh. And I'm not asking you to let it go. Been telling, but you telling your side, so I'll be telling mine. So yeah, so it very much seems like it's a response because, you know, she's saying, hey, you told your side already, let me tell my side of the story. I gotta say though, I'm impressed with like Sabrina's, the message she has to some degree has, I feel like, a message of hope. And I found that really interesting. We'll get to it a little bit farther, and when we get a little bit more into this. Actually, so look at this. This is pretty crazy. There's 1,100 people viewing this lyric at the moment. That's pretty interesting. So if we keep going a little farther, it says, you can try to get under my skin. Well, he's on mine all the way, on my skin. I wish you could even know you can't under my skin unless it lets you in, which is very true. Good concept right there, where honestly people can't get in your skin unless you let them in. It's totally true. Verse 3, of course, because I know we weren't perfect, but I've never felt this way for no one. Which, by the way, I actually broke down on my channel the difference between like the original version and her completed version, and it's interesting to see how some of the lyrics changed. I just can't imagine how you could be so okay now that I'm gone. Guess you didn't mean what you wrote about me in the song. What is that saying it's referencing? It's, I guess, anyone else. Interesting. All right. Let's go to verse 2. You're telling me how it is. You're telling it how you see it. Like truth is what you decide. Crazy lyric. Some people will believe it, and some will read between the lines. Is that a reference to something else? All right. You're putting me on the spotlight, but I've been in it all my life. So that's interesting. I don't know much about her story, but she very well could have grown up inside of like the spotlight. You know, I don't know if her parents were famous or if she just got famous really young. Let's go back to all my friends are tired of hearing how much I miss you. I feel kind of sorry. I kind of feel sorry for them because they'll never know the way that I love you, they'll never know you the way that I do. So like I said, I'm not trying to get into the drama. I actually have no interest in the internet drama. I just think it's brilliant from a songwriter's perspective, and I think it's really hard as a songwriter. That's why it's called songwriter reaction, because, you know, if taking somebody else's concept and then responding to it in a song that is tasteful and released pretty quickly after is very impressive, and I find that a very impressive trait. So like, we're just talking from a pure musical, pure songwriter's perspective. I don't want to get into the drama of who said what and who did what, and it doesn't interest me, and it really has no place here on this channel. But I do find it pretty remarkable that they were able to get something out there and respond. I think that is pretty cool, and we're just talking about that. Like I said, it reminds me very much of 1990s, 1980s hip-hop rap battles. Like, remember diss tracks? You know, I mean, even MGK and Eminem had that whole diss track era. Let's keep going forward. Pre-chorus, we have this already. We said this already. Breaking on my side of the story. So let's go to the bridge. I actually found this really, really interesting. I just hope that one day we can both laugh about it when it's not in our face. We don't have to dance around it. Don't drive yourself insane. That's interesting. That's interesting. I just realized that she said don't drive. Get it? Like you got my driver's license. That's very interesting. I don't know. And it won't always be this way. So I really got to say, I liked the hope in this, that it was like, hey, I hope that we can one day, like, you know, work to put this behind us and it's not going to be an issue anymore. So I don't know. I thought that was very interesting. I thought that it was very cool. I thought that this response was very cool, but also that it wasn't like this bash track. It was like, hey, you can try to get under my skin with this, but you're not going to, and I hope that one day we can put it behind us. I'd love to know what you guys think in the comments if you want to let me know. As always, you can check out my music wherever you listen. It's Jacob Restituto, wherever you listen. If you have not smashed the subscribe button, it'd mean a lot to me if you did. Also, if you haven't seen my actual reaction to the song, I break down the music of what I'm hearing, what I'm talking about, and that. But I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you have a great Restituto day. God bless and peace out.